Alexander Garu. He's the chairman, transaction analyst, and former CS of Karnataka. Representative from different governments of Telangana departments, other invitees from the banking sector, ITS companies of Hyderabad, representatives from UIDI, my colleagues from ITC department, the service providers for different ITC applications, and invitees, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you for today's program. Now, many of you might be thinking, what is T-Wallet, what is the need, and how it is different from, say, the commercial wallets which are in the market. Probably many of you who are from Hyderabad are aware that Telangana has a very strong history of using ITC to deliver G2C, that government to citizen services, in a very transparent and accountable manner. We consistently rank #1 in the country in terms of e-transactions per 1,000 populations as per the Government of India statistics. So with this tradition, when in November 2016, Government of India has announced the demonetization, Government of India has stressed that as part of the logical step of demonetization, digital payment options should be encouraged, like POS devices, RuPay, UPI, etc. It is, again, perhaps many of you may be aware that Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana is perhaps the first Chief Minister in the entire country who supported the demonetization and the digital payment options to the citizens. And one of the very first decisions somewhere in the November end was that the government should come out with its own e-wallet. And in line with the T theme that our Honorable Minister follows, T means two things. T means technology, and T also means Telangana. We have named our wallet as T-Wallet. And as we started, we brought in National Institute of Smart Governance as the consultant on board to advise and help us. And when we started looking at, by then 2-3 states have come up with their own versions, but we realized that we have to build a real true e-wallet in its sense. But we also realized that when we wanted sort of getting deep and understanding the architecture, etc., that it has a lot of components, and many of them government has no previous experience. The first thing we realized is that e-wallet requires something called PPI license, which is given by RBI. And we understood that even if we apply, the state applies, it's a time-consuming process, and at this point, RBI has closed the PPI licenses. Then we also, when we looked out what are the technology components required to roll out this kind of solution, we realized that the state has some, but needs to build many others, and if you have to build the entire stack, it's a time-consuming process. The another thing we realized is that unlike the taxes which the government collects, which are sort of one way, wallet is something where the citizen is keeping his money, and therefore government is liable to give back whenever it wants. That is, it is only an advance. Now, this kind of thing, again, government has no prior experience. And of course, the issues with application data security, how do we build the infrastructure? And another final important point is how do we reconcile and settlement the transactions, because the money has to flow from citizen wallets to the departments. So after a very thorough analysis, and then NISG, and we have evaluated a number of solutions, primarily 3 sectors. We looked at the banks, which are offering the wallets. We looked at the e-wallet companies, existing e-wallet service providers. And we also looked at a third category, those companies which have a PPI license and which have a technology platform, but have not yet sort of fully launched their wallets. Now, we discussed the pros and cons, and a decision was taken that we should go with the third, that is sector, where the companies which have the technology, which have the PPI license, so that basically they respond very fast for our needs, because we wanted a lot of customization in terms of language, etc. And based on the, finally, NISG has recommended, shortlisted 2 solutions, out of which we selected one, based on the technology and the pricing. Now, what is it unique about our wallet, how it is different, is that we believe that T-Wallet is the first official digital wallet of any state. And there are going to be no charges, no transaction charges for using T-Wallet. T-Wallet is going to support all government payments, and it will also support private payments. T-Wallet will have multiple options, unlike the traditional wallets which are only smartphone-centric. Our focus is to make T-Wallet as online and smartphone and even no phone, feature phone, etc. Now, the advantage of the state is that we have a very strong favour network of about 4,000 franchisees spread across the state with biometric authentication. And therefore, we are able to provide our T-Wallet through these centers for those citizens who have no phones also. And this, in a way, is very, very unique. Perhaps no other wallet company has. And we support English, of course, like any other wallet, but we also support Telugu and Urdu. And another unique feature is that we plan it to be a bidirectional wallet, wherein the government benefits like pensions or MNREGA wages or scholarships, those benefits which are flowing from the state to the citizen can come directly onto the wallet. And our total focus is how do we assist the rural, the non-smartphone users and citizens without phones. And of course, we have built completely on UID platform. We have worked for last few months, and today the wallet is being launched. And this is being the first of its kind. We are aware that there will be learnings as we go forward. There will be some operational challenges, which we believe we will overcome with the support of the service provider. And of course, we have to compete with the existing e-wallets. We'll try to do that by offering better services and lower charges. And of course, this kind of thing is possible only because of the unstinted support of our Honorable Minister, because he was with us. He said we must do it. And therefore, all the credit goes to the Honorable Minister. And thanks once again for all of you for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Managing Director, Water Board, Shri K. Danakishore Garu, IAS, onto the dais. Sir, please. I also invite Shri C.V. Anand Garu, IAS, Commissioner Civil Supplies, onto the dais. Welcome, sir. As a saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. A film may be worth 100 pictures. We present a short video clip on T-Wallet.
Telangana is known for using ICT to deliver transparent and accountable delivery of government services to citizens through its highly successful eSeva and MeSeva platform and applications in the Transport Department, Police, Civil Supplies, etc. Telangana has consistently ranked at the #1 position in the country for the last 3 years on the number of e-transactions per 1,000 population as per e-Tal portal of the Government of India. When the central government announced promoting a cashless economy post-November 8th, the Honorable Chief Minister of Telangana was the first in the country to support and adopt this policy across the state. One of the decisions was to launch T-Wallet, which is a state-owned e-wallet. Ibrahimpur became the first village in South India to be a cashless village. Also, the Siddipet constituency has nearly become a cashless constituency, which is a first across the country. What is the need for a government-owned wallet? Till date, only smartphone users have been able to use wallets. T-Wallet tries to reach feature phone users and even no phone users, and without any charges to the citizens. Available in Telugu and Urdu. T-Wallet is designed to cater to every single citizen in the state and works on online, smartphone, feature phone, even no phone through Me Seva centers. A person with a feature phone or no phone can get a T-wallet through any of our 4,000 Me Seva centers available in the state. Registration for T-wallet is really simple and can be done by submitting one's UID and biometric information through Me Seva counters. Parallelly, registration can be done through online or downloading the app from the Apple or Android Play Store on the smartphone. T-wallet can be easily topped up at any Me Seva outlet or through your smartphone or feature phone. One can simply pay cash at the Me Seva outlet, top up from any bank account, use mobile banking, or recharge your wallet from the app itself. Feature phone users simply need to send an SMS in order to top up their account. This entire process is protected by a two-factor authentication protocol by either validation through biometrics or sending real-time OTPs to the user. One can pay electricity, water, transport, GHMC bills, ration shop payments through the wallet. T-wallet will be a bi-directional wallet wherein the government can top up scholarships and pension funds directly into the citizen's wallet account. There are no transaction charges. The government is working with upcoming technology companies that has a RBI PPI license and has a robust IT and security infrastructure with experience in reconciliation and settlement.
I hope that was a useful and a meaningful clip. I now invite Mr. Srinivas Katuri Garu, founder, CEO Transaction Analyst, which is a service provider for T-Wallet, to share a few words on this occasion.
Good morning all. Respected Honorable Minister, Sri K.T. Ramarao Garu, and all the dignitaries on the stage, and distinguished guests, friends and colleagues. So we transactionalists are humbled and honored for the opportunity given by the most progressive state, IT savvy state, and we are indebted to Telangana government forever. As a startup, this is the great opportunity for us. Sir, we are indebted for you forever, sir. Now, so I want to make a few things here. The first one is, when we have given our first demo, the way the process went, it's kind of so surprise to me. I lived 20 years in US and the process, whatever. So, all the next steps and how they want to launch this wallet and all these things, we saw on the TV. So today we give the demo, in the evening we see the TV. That's the way Telangana state ran this entire project, and we know the things from seeing the TV, what we need to do the next steps and all that. So that's the kind of transparency maintained by the state. That is really surprise to me. That's I really thank Telangana government for doing that, and we are really happy about it. The next one, when we started the work of T-Wallet, we are little bit skeptical about, because the government we are working with and the ways at the at which the government works and all that. To my surprise, Mr. Sri GTV Rao Garu, he is so active, so clear in directions, and if we ask in the send an email, send a SMS, we get the answer by end of the evening, and the same thing is reciprocated by his team also. And it's really a surprise to us. And in my 20 years of my career, US and India, I haven't seen that kind of a senior officer who is so involved on the project. With kind of that person like Sri JVTV Rao Garu, and we can deliver whatever the state needs and whatever the vision of the state. The next one, as you know, I think I don't need to tell you about the T-Wallet. The USP is whether you have a phone or not, whether you have a bank account or not, you can just do enable the digital payment, empower the people to do the digital payments. That is the main USP of the T-Wallet. Now, coming to the transaction analysis and all that, this is what I see as a person. The country, India, and of course Telangana is the first state for the e-transaction, all that. We are in a midst of transformation, technology transformation, financial transformation, and we are fortunate generation to be part of it. If we place the things right in place today, this is going to be there forever, for coming years, and we got that chance. And for that,
అభిమానులు ఆసక్తిగా ఎదురు చూస్తున్న ఛాంపియన్స్ ట్రోఫీ టోర్నీ మ్యాచ్లు నేటితో ప్రారంభం కానున్నాయి. ఇవాళ మొదటి మ్యాచ్లో ఆతిథ్య దేశం ఇంగ్లాండ్ బంగ్లాదేశ్ను ఢీకొట్టనుంది. వార్మప్ మ్యాచ్లో భారత్పై ఘోర పరాజయాన్ని చవిచూసిన బంగ్లాదేశ్ ఇంగ్లాండ్తో మ్యాచ్లో గెలిచి తీరాలన్న పట్టుదలతో ఉంది. కాగా అన్ని విభాగాల్లో బలంగా ఉన్న ఇంగ్లాండ్ జట్టు విజయమే లక్ష్యంగా బరిలోకి దిగుతోంది.